Kanye
Hey
West
sippers,
allegedly
welcome back
calls
to
out
another
Drake
juicy
for
gossip
messaging.
video. I feel bad for Kanye, and this is what he said about Jay-Z and the reason why he's coming at Jay-Z and Jay-Z's family. He said, I love Jay-Z and I do feel bad. I always felt like the black sheep, like I wanted family in this music-ish. I'd run on stages thinking I was doing the right thing and would always be a slight of not coming to my first wedding. Him putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl over me, or even us never being invited to Ish, taking jabs about my red hat on Donda. I felt like both him and his wife could have helped me more leverage with my kids. They could have used their cultural position not to just watch the Kardashians run me over. Ish hurts. So F both of them. Because when I needed them, it was F me. I feel bad for Kanye. I think majority of us could relate with betrayal, but going at them like this is not ideal, especially you mentioning their kids. You could have dragged Jay-Z and Beyoncé about what they've done and how you feel about them, but leave the kids out of it. This is crazy. You already mentioned the kids, so people reading this, they're going to be like, F you, Kanye, because you disrespected the kids. We don't care about nothing that you have to say. You're rude. But me, knowing that I am understanding, and I definitely get people crash out, and the reason why, I would say I sympathize with him, but I don't necessarily agree with how he puts it out there. Like, you have to still be careful about talking about people's kids. Leave the children out of it. They've done nothing to you. They're innocent. They're just babies. You have a problem with Jay-Z and Beyoncé. You could drag them and what they've done to you. But you mentioning the kids, it's like you're digging a hole for yourself. Probably your own fans, they don't like you anymore because you did this. You have so many kids in the world who has Down syndrome, and you don't know if your fans has a relative or a child who has Down syndrome, and you just went and disrespected those kids, calling them retarded. That was just so rude and low coming from Kanye. He brags about being a billionaire, but he's not a smart billionaire. And you know what? Kanye's not the only person who would have mentioned, Jay-Z's not loyal. He's the type to walk all over you, because when he reaches to his pinnacle of success, he doesn't remember where he came from, nor that he remembers his friends. So Kanye West isn't the first person to have said something like this about Jay-Z. And with Beyoncé, I been knew she was fake. I been knew that. The only time Beyoncé pops out in the media is if she's going on tour or she has something selling. But I think Beyoncé is controlling. She wants things her way, and she's like the powerhouse in the marriage. But I've been known Beyoncé gives fake vibes. But like I said, this isn't the way to go at it. This is not cute, and I'm still praying for Kanye's mental health. I am definitely praying for Kim and Jay-Z's mental health, for them to really take control of themselves, because I don't know if they're going to do something crazy. Someone mentioned their kids in a bad, derogative way. I think they're probably going to react, but I just don't know how. So I'm praying for them too, because, you don't want it to be blown out of proportion, but that's their kid, and their children are very sensitive and sacred to them. Kanye West is so wrong for mentioning the kids. I still cannot believe he's so wrong for doing that. And I think this is Kim's karma. Like, the man is going to always torment you. I think Kim and the Kardashians, they need to come out to speak on behalf of themselves. Why is Kanye West coming at them like that? He has problems with them. He's now even saying the Kardashian caused him to be crashing out like this because they've too hurt and betrayed him. Hence why he's dragging everybody. But you can't beef with the entire industry, because at the end of the day, you're going to still need people. And at this point, I don't think Kanye has any close relative, because he seems to push people away. I told you guys, I expected him to speak on Jay-Z and Beyoncé because, you're dragging everybody. And I think they've done something to him. But listen up, y'all. Betrayal hurts so much. I know what Kanye West feels. I know what he's going through, but I don't see myself bringing up people's kids. I would never, ever do something because, Every child is a blessing from God, no matter what the situation is or the result of that child. Every child is a blessing. So him doing that, it was just low for it. Hit the nail on the head or whatever. It really made me feel so low, made me question myself if I'm still a fan of Kanye. And I'm not going to say cancel him because he has feelings, but I don't like how he put his feelings on the internet, child. Talking about Kris Jenner is also allegedly sex trafficking his kids. I was like, oh my God. Because he saw Chicago's picture on her tablet and he was concerned because it was inappropriate. I myself looked at the picture and I was like, this girl is just being a little goofball. You know, kids always playing around, sticking their tongue out of their heads to, you know, imitate a character, a cartoon character. They're just being goofballs. I never saw anything that was so inappropriate about the picture. I just think he wants something to hold over the Kardashians' head. And it was just so rude that he had to mention that about the kids, his own kids, and saying that Kris Jenner is the one who's allegedly trafficking his kids, which is so crazy. Kris Jenner, so many things, but I don't believe she's a sick individual. I think this man is going downhill. Kim was right. And, you know, just imagine your kids having to see your tweets one day. They're going to be in shock. They're going to be so disappointed. They're going to feel like they don't need to be a part of your life because the way you talk about people is just so low and belittling. Guys, I am just so annoyed. I know Kanye West as someone who's just so talented. I've listened to his music so many times. I've bought a couple albums from Kanye West. And, you know, though I've never supported his Yeezy pieces, I've always supported him by talking good about him. And it just really breaks my heart that someone who I always spoke good of is doing these things on the internet. You know, I'm just like in this shock. I'm in this long shock that I have to refresh my page to ensure that it's Kanye West who's saying all these things. I was always rooting for the guy. I've always been, you know, praying for him, sympathizing that, oh my God, why did his mom have to die? I feel so bad for him. But you being so upset because Jay-Z did not attend your wedding and you crashing out by calling his kids names, you're being a child. Because at the end of the day, nobody's really entitled to you. But I get where he's coming from in terms of his feelings. But you bringing up the kids did it for me. I did not like it one bit. But I want to hear from you guys now. Like, let me know. How do you feel? Share your comments in the comment section. Like this video. Share if you care. Click on this notification bell. Follow us on Instagram at SipsLoudTVNet. And thank you so much for always sipping with us.